Last time on Lawful Stupid, Barbados looks over to Fume and says, I'm sorry. He kneels down to his daughter quickly and says, get out of here. I've got some work to do. And pushes them out of the way. You aren't going to get to have all the fun by yourself. He grabs like the very end of his hammer. And this giant is not paying attention to the hammer that then swings around and breaks his jaw right off. As the hill giant is reaching behind trying to grab this orc, Captain Drake is going to just like walk up and just take his sword and shove it straight up through the head of the hill giant, collapsing it to the ground. You see Captain Drake stands on the seat of this throne, takes a sword and seems to pop something out of like a recess. As he turns around, he's holding this like big red orb looking figure. I imagine that we all came here for the same thing. I don't know why you need it or how you found out about it or why you decided on this same night to come and get it, but perhaps we can come to some more manageable way of dealing with this situation.
How does your father, the Conqueror, feel about a bacall of goblin and hill giant slaves taken by conquest, rightfully won by him, his son? We were never here.
Captain Drake says, I think that's a fair trade. Captain Drake looks down at it and reluctantly will hand it over to whoever's closest. You guys make it back to the KNG like safe house. Breeze walks over and to the machine, presses a few things. He says, trying to be here in about an hour. Should be good. And so we take the train, after having some visions from all of you, to question mark. Where do we want to go? Have we talked about where we're trying to go now? Where do you guys want to end up?
Are we trying to do a raid on the K&G still to get that scale, or are we just heading to the Cave of Death?
I feel like we should gather all the scales.
Yeah, probably more is better. I think.
And Dr.
That's the only other one we know where it's at, right? The red scales of the KNG.
Well, the KNG has 3.
Yeah.
Red, blue, green. I think I gave them all the primaries. I think they have red, blue, and green.
So there's 3 there. So like that kind of seems like an important.
Well, hold on. No. We've talked about this being a factual podcast. The primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Green is a tertiary color. I won't have you
That's secondary.
Green is a secondary color, you fucking idiot.
That was
Learn
so
your color
close.
theory.
Tertiary is 3rd. Damn it.
3rd.
Well, you know.
Brown is a tertiary color, you fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Brown would be a tertiary color.
But brown is made from red and green. That's all I know is Christmas is pink.
Oh, complementary colors. So you could take blue and orange, but this is not an art
This has
podcast.
been the art section of this podcast. Anyways.
I'm colorblind, and I'm running circles around you, Dwayne.
Yeah, the difference is I can look at a piece of paper and tell you what those colors are.
Are we supposed to jump off the plane now?
What?
Are we supposed to jump off the plane now? Is it red or gray?
Just push me when it's green.
Okay, I got you. I think we need the scales. William A wants to wreck the KNG, but B, I think scales equals power, right? We've confirmed that. Devin, would William know that the scales equal power? I feel like when he had
here's
it
what I
made
tell
him
you
feel
is
horny for
you
power.
all know. You all know historically, like you needed the scales in the history before the first blossoming to reverse or stop or whatever the curse was, right? And so you know that was kind of why you needed them.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have one in my hands.
You got a black scale?
Yep.
No?
Do I feel horny with power?
You do.
Oh, we probably need those then. All right. I mean, it sounds like we need to have an in-character chat about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So, B is in the last train for the KNG agents. Are we going to, like, drop off by Where do we get dropped off? Where do we stop?
We'll get dropped off when we know our destination because it connects to all the KNG safe house. So we'll go to the one that's closest to where we're trying to get to, and we'll do that. I think is the move. But we need to know where we're going first.
Facts. So William wakes up and looks for his companions.
Fume will link up with them.
The easiest cart to meet on is the one Will's on, because it's with the old children, and there's no weird funny business going on. There's no fortune-telling walls. There's no creepiness.
That's true. Yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah, Breeze will be there as well. He's going to kind of listen in.
Yeah, I'll walk through the entire train back to the front.
All right, you have a vision. No, go.
I'll butt through that fortune-telling wall.
Oh God, no thanks.
Okay, you're all back on the train. There are a few kid spirits that are kind of running around on this train, and they pass through you as if they're like playing tag. And there's a few older individuals who are taking naps, heads back, and you just see kind of some drool off of them. But otherwise, everything's pretty calm here on this.
Fume is gonna reach into his pocket of wonders and pull out some animal crackers. He's then going to produce the blade on the Light Eater Gauntlet and slit all of the animal crackers' throats, so that the ghost children can enjoy the ghosts of my animal cookies.
The cookies immediately become translucent in nature, and the kids are now able to eat the animal cookies that you've given them, and you don't hear them laugh, but you see the joy in their face.
Chill.
Nice.
So what's the next move?
I'm glad you asked. I think we go blow up the KNG now that we have a scale. Possibly 2 scales. Because you're a scale. Yeah, so 2. Done.
I don't know how to turn this on yet. First, so right now I have all the horniness that exists for power, but no actual power. So this scale, I think, is currently edging me.
Would Misery know how to use the scale?
Riz probably would.
Yeah, let's go.
You guys want to start walking backwards?
No.
No, you should be right there because we just left, right? And so it should be immediately there once we start walking backwards, right at the door.
Here's what I'll tell you, because you guys. You planted it the last time you went to the place. When you were able to get in, it's kind of planted for you, almost. And you know that...
So I can accidentally take 2 steps backwards and I'm at Riz's house.
Hot.
No, now you have to travel to where it's at, where you remember being at. It is north, on the same continent, but north of about a week's travel, I would say.
How far can we make it on the ghost train?
So there's a stop about a day away from West Tower.
Take me there, Papa.
Yeah, we can do that. Check in with Riz.
Yeah, I think that's the play, is to talk to Riz and then go get the 3 scales from the KNG. I think it's vitally important we destroy the KNG. I get the scales. Yeah, both.
How do you suppose we just waltz on into the KNG? Because listen, I know some good folks. I think probably they are bad, but there are some good folks in there too, and I don't know that everybody deserves to go.
You gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet.
Do you want to hear my plan?
Yes, very much so.
What are your thoughts?
Remember all those spooky, scary things in the basement that Will told us about?
Yes.
I just want to sneak in and open all the doors, and then while they're distracted with the ensuing chaos, we just take all the scales and leave.
I agree with this plan very much.
That's a terrible idea.
Is it?
You won't make it out alive.
Won't we?
I think that we would, yeah.
You ever work down there?
Yes.
I mean, listen.
No, actually,
I've heard stories from Will, and they make my hair stand on end.
It's not that bad.
Please tell me what are you seeing down there?
The creepy girl that really is pissed off. She had a number, and it's been a long time, but she's really very angry at the whole KNG thing. So I think if we free them and kind of point the bull in the direction of the China shop, it's a distraction. I think the KNG, with all of its amassed might, would be able to handle it, but not before we get those scales and get out of there.
Breeze is kind of rubbing his hand through his hair. He does not like this. He's like, I don't know, guys.
With the reports of how many people have been dying lately for new recruits, I don't know if they can handle it. We might be able to just sneak in the middle of the night while they're all taking a rest, and then just steal it and head out. Easy peasy.
Maybe we could pull that off if we could get into contact with Mercy and she helped us. Like, as a woman on the inside. Maybe. But that's a tall order for, like, the most secret and well-guarded organization in the world. We're going to get in and out smooth.
What about Dean? Get in touch with him.
We'd be able
Isn't he in the Sun Elf City trying to deal with the repercussions
He
of
could
that?
be back, I don't know.
He might be, but, I mean, he was on leave. Remember he said that? So he's just gonna go back in if we got any contacts.
Not if he's out there helping those people and it's more important. Not if he's got lives to save, he might not. He's a good man.
Yeah, but don't you think if they're gonna wreck this place and that was just a taste of what's to come, that he'd want to help more places?
I don't know. I feel like he's kind of where he might need to be. Right. I don't. I just think that's no guarantee. Maybe. Excellent. Maybe.
We can probably do some reconnaissance. Last time we stormed in somewhere, there's a giant wearing people, whereas maybe if he went to bed, they might have not have been on him in the first place.
Listen, if we come into contact with another giant wearing people, I'm not taking the slow way.
I can get in and out alone. No problem.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that's true.
But I can't necessarily guarantee that is true if everybody comes.
I used to take things with sticky fingers every once in a while. Nobody would know I was there.
I can become shadows. I mean, I'm not saying that you're not very sneaky and good. I'm just saying, like, there's a supernatural quality to what I would be doing that might.
Well,
I don't know. Like I said,
hang on now.
Go ahead.
Why are we sneaking in? People think we're dead, right? So,
well, we're on their hit list, man. They send people after us.
No, we are presumed dead. I mean, you don't know why they're looking for us. It was fishy, granted, but I ain't been back. But so
I don't like being hunted, so I'm not walking in there like, oh man, I forgot. I got swept up in Mardi Gras. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm pretty high up, right? I've been in this game for a while, KNG. What if I went in just as if, hey, something happened and I'm recovered now? Now I'm gonna need somebody to be watching my back, and if you two think you can be sneaky, I don't know how we do that, but I see how they treat me. I don't know. I just don't know that if.
I mean, you just got out of a literal death deal, my guy. Are you trying to go this hard? Are you trying to put yourself? Because they're gonna want to hold you for some time, and they're gonna have questions, and you're not gonna necessarily be able to give the answers they want to hear.
Yeah, I'm no good to you guys on the inside. That's true.
Well, I mean, we could go in together while they sneak in.
I'm trying to be dismissive. I love you so much.
A distraction.
If Breeze and I go in together to sell a story that the other two were lost in battle, we did fight a giant guy.
Yeah, you're the charismatic one of the bunch, so they probably listen to you before they listen to me. You tell me what you want. Point me in a direction. If you're telling me go steal these scales, you'll have them. If you're telling me, hey, go down the basement and open all these doors, they'll open.
I think that's a part 1, part 2. Go open all the doors, then we steal the scales. Because we can get attention for the upper crust, Breeze and I. Get their attention. You and Miss B go open up the doors. We meet
Wrote Misery in maybe for that mission.
If we can get in touch with Misery. Worst case scenario, she's in the room with us. That could work. I could mentally communicate to her. And then we meet at the laboratory. The doctor's lab. That's where the scales were last.
Is he around? I killed that man, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but we don't know what the KNG knows.
Right, so he should be just missing.
Right. Should be one less obstacle.
Man, so many mysteries.
There's a lot of layers.
Like an onion.
Let's go see. We're gonna see Riz first. Let's focus on that. Let's go to Riz. See what we can learn there. Maybe that changes everything. Who knows? Maybe he teaches me how to turn the skull into a laser beam that will level the KNG to its very foundation.
I vote for that. Let's do that. Oh, we can take the Megalos to KNG.
We only have so many uses.
But
You
would
hear that?
it be
Hear
worth
that?
it?
You
It would be
cannot
pretty cool.
use the Megalos, William, to take a joyride wherever you...
And you cuts off.
As a muter.
Anyway, let's go see what Riz has to say, and then from there we'll decide on our approach to the KNG, which is our next destination.
Mm-hmm. That sounds perfect. I like that plan.
Excellent. And you aboarded the train for several more hours. It's just like they knew what your destination was. You didn't even really have to ask anybody. And you do pull up to another underground area, right? It seems like these stations always kind of an underground situation. And you get out into the platform. And very much like the rest of the doors, there's just a very common wooden door that you can walk into this safe house into. Everyone roll a...
We're not hanging around here. We're going right to Riz's, right?
Gen through. Okay.
Confirmed.
You step out into the world. By this time, it's nighttime. And as you step out into this flat, it would be green in the daylight, but it's just kind of a very flat plains area. You can see some like a forest in the distance. The stars are out. Can't number them. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous night. The moons are out, the sister moons. You can see the very faint outline of the new moon of Terse, and Uni is full. It is currently full. And it sort of lights your way as you make your way to the tower. I'm going to say you make it like midnight is the time you're able to make it to this tower. This ivory tower, and you're able to go in the door, which obviously wouldn't be here for somebody else who is not intended to find this tower. And you'll take the multiple stairs up to the top of this tower. And as you remember, there is another door you have to knock on to get into the main kind of sanctuary of this.
William knocks on it, exasperated at having to walk backwards and then upstairs.
Yep.
Fume did it on his hands.
When you knock like that, you hear like a few like metal items fall over, and you hear bickering. And
I think we should just walk
you notice
in.
the voice of Ryan and Riz, and the door swings open, and it's a blue dragonborn, and he's in like this blue, like silky blue, like cloak. And it's got little like quarter moons on it.
It's a bathrobe. You can call it a bathrobe.
It's a wide open bathrobe, and he has like a nightcap as well, and he's holding like a candle onto like one of those little metal tray things. Yeah. Even though there's like other like light that is.
He has electricity.
Yeah, he has electricity. And he's carrying this, and he's like, I forget what voice I even had for Riz. I think it was a little slower and slower. It's good to see you. Yes, but at the expense of sleep? Did you have to choose now? Ryan says to you through. It's awkward to see this still, that it goes from like this low, slow talk of Riz to Ryan communicating through the same mouth.
William pushes past him. Well, we don't have time for that. We've got a scale and we need help. Come on.
We brought one.
Oh, you did? Let me see it right now.
Now, we need you to Mr. Miyagi this into action, okay?
I need you to see with your eyes, homie.
And so they go to that kind of the hearth area you were in before, and he says, "Not even any introductions, no hellos."
Hello, my name's Fume. Did we meet?
Good evening.
I don't know.
Well, I remember last you all just ran off in such a hurry. You didn't even eat breakfast with us.
Well, it is save the
busy,
world
but-
time again.
And it was a little weirded out by
for breakfast.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's an elf lady here, and she kept trying to do quests with her, and I was like, ooh.
She made it back, actually. She brought the guest. She found him, and she's back and, again, able to go through the door, and we're not, so...
That seems bad. Maybe if we've solved this problem, that your door will open. It's possible.
Could happen.
Well, you know what they say. When one door closes...
It's shut
This
forever
one
and
will
you're
stay
locked.
shut.
It goes in a tower.
This one doesn't move at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they do say that.
But more to the point,
what did you
we've
find
got
out?
a skill.
Great, and so now you only need several more.
Yeah, but each skill has power, so how do we access that power?
Can you turn this into a death laser?
Yeah, specifically that.
Could I see it for a moment?
They would level the KNG to its very foundation.
Unfortunately, they're just in a building, right? You could probably...
Okay, I want you to try your best to do that, and I'm going to hand this guy. I don't want to hear excuses. Just do as close to that as you can get. There you go.
Are you certain you want to level it? There are students on the top floor.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to take it out of the bottom.
But don't you think it will all collapse in on itself?
Yes.
It might. Depends on how good they are at magic.
I don't have any qualms with any of that. I'm not worried about casualties, as it were.
One time I woke up in the KNG and I was missing a bunch of my memories, and they just told me that I'd signed up, and they pointed me in a direction to do their bidding that I don't understand the long-term ramifications of. And if that's happening to more people who are being programmed and indoctrinized into the situation where they are unwilling participants in destruction that they cannot comprehend, well, I'll stop that. So,
Why don't we take out the people that are making the problem rather than everyone that could get harmed in the process?
I just... Listen, there's a great story in Taggart, where I come from,
Is there?
I think.
Nope.
that's where I come from.
Salient, yes. Salient. There's a
You
great...
ain't no Tagershan.
There's
I
a
can
great
tell by your
story.
Here's
face.
a Lincean fool.
There's a great story from Zalens where a mighty god wasn't sure where evils would be, so instead of tactfully taking them on one by one, he just flooded the fucking place. And you know what? Let's do that, but with fire. And we're not even gonna give them a boat. Just gonna burn them.
You know what? I was on board with this, and then I started hearing William talk, and now I'm less on board. But what I would like to do is have all the scales from them, please.
We could do both.
Are you familiar with the Immortals?
Yeah, the immortal. There's 6 of them, correct?
There were 6, yes. They weren't actually immortal, but they were very hard to kill. They were giving blessings by the gods, by my mother and my uncles and aunts, and if you didn't have a blessing, the only way to have a similar sort of response, and he holds up the scale, was to say, is to have a scale. Now, the dragons should have kept a good inventory of their scales, because you just didn't want that power floating around everywhere. So the fact that you have one is a good thing. The fact that they have more is not. But I think, and he starts inscribing, you see his dragon born like nail as he like scribbles something on this scale, something you don't recognize in a language you aren't sure of. It glows like a darker black as he traces it, and he says, "Who's gonna wield?"
Me.
And he like takes and twists it upside down, and it kind of matches like the shape of like Iron Man's armor, like a chest, like a breastplate, like one side, and he just pushes it to your chest, and it like knocks you back a little bit, not off your feet or by any means, but then this dark magic seems to be flooding through like your veins, and suddenly you hear a lot of voices all in your head at the same time, and you can't quite make out what any of them are saying, but there's so many, and they're so loud all at the same time. Can you do a... What will we roll? Something for like a... What would like the... I guess psychic
Wisdom
type roll would
throw.
be...
Like a
wisdom saving throw, yes.
Be a save. I rolled a 19, sir.
What do you say to quell the voices?
What do I say? You've stumped me, Devin. You finally got me.
Just remember, and I always forget, we can edit this out. Like,
Yeah.
I would have been like, shoot, I have to have an answer right now. I say, bro, you got any TP? But that's going to get edited out. If you would like, I mean, we can roll.
What do they sound like? It's like...
Yeah. I think some are angry. You like, again, you can't hear what they're saying necessarily because there's so many voices, but you sense anger, a hatred, but you also sense like a pleading. Almost will do anything to receive some sign of comfort.
I think what Fume will do is what he's trained to do. He's going to go to his stillness of mind. He's going to take a breath, and he's going to try to exude that calm, that peace that he's able to kind of forcefully put into himself, and try to see if he can spread that energy and just be like, and just not even just shh. He just kind of shushes them.
The voices subdue. And Riz says, this scale in particular lends you the ability to draw upon the strength of those who have either tried to wield it and died trying, or those who successfully wielded it, and you can call on them for help. And so with this scale, you are able to summon forth one or two of these like shades of warriors, and sometimes they're not all great. So what we'll end up doing sometimes is rolling to see what caliber of shade you're able to draw from this scale.
Thank you. I have a flavor prepared for this.
Perfect.
Chocolate.
And he says, so
It is chocolate. You're correct.
Dark chocolate. And he says, so with that, maybe you'll find some other things, but just don't lose yourself in that.
I was just a priest that you guys brought along to fucking cheer you on. This sucks.
Yeah, real quick, point of order. Do we just do the same symbol on another scale if we'd get one? Or do we have to come back to you to inscribe?
No. If you can have the scales together, they'll react to one another.
Yeah, sure, but if we just get like 3 of them.
You'll want to bring them back. Only someone like me
Got
can
it.
activate these for you.
Sure.
Interesting.
He was already an invoker. Long before, this...
Yeah.
No, I don't...
Yeah.
Anyone can wield the scales. It's just a matter of how they react to your inner strength.
It's true.
Some
And you
people
said
wield it, and it's a paper.
a blessing from the divinity that the scale comes
It
from?
can be. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, Dad.
You win some, you lose some.
Couldn't even bless me up before you stuck me on some asshole's doorstep, you dick.
Nah.
He says, the journey... It's the journey we're looking for.
It's about the friends you made along the way. Come on.
You're right. I do have you guys. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, good news. Before we weren't able to leave the tower, but now it seems we can go down a whole floor.
Whoa! What are you guys doing down there?
I don't know. We're taking the 5 steps to the next level and coming back up, getting a little exercise in, and he like shows you how thick his thighs are.
Oh man, that's
Look at
great.
this.
So you can't really explore around down there. You can really just get to the stairs and then.
Yes, but something it's. I don't know how long we'll be
If
here,
you-
but we're able to produce.
Did it start?
I would say about a week ago, and it was right about the same timeline for you guys that you were in the Sun Elf Kingdom and were fighting Nova.
Well, you're welcome.
Well, so things are shaking up. That's good.
So if you guys do get to walk around down there, what are you going to do with the place? You going to decorate it? Like, are you got any plans on what you're going to do with all this new space?
Oh, we plan to leave here forever. Isn't that right, Riz? Yes. I hate this place.
You can make it down the stairs right now. I thought maybe you could have like a midterm goal of like turn this into a home gym or
Destroy it immediately. Weird.
So you guys really need the laser. You need the Foundation Racing laser.
Yes. And actually, I believe if you were able to get all the scales together, you could probably work that magic, or we could work that magic to reverse whatever this is.
The curse of the
I assume it has
Bandit.
something to do with the first blossoming, which was the result of all the scales being together.
So we do it again, and now you're fixed. Like when you get bonked on the
Or
head, you can't
everything
remember
is
anything,
worse.
You get a bonk again.
Seems to be a shakeup.
Or
That depends on whose hands it's in.
Probably
Looks at
Mrs.
hands.
B's.
well, I'm not trying to destroy the entire KNG, so maybe.
Yeah, don't trust me with that.
You
I
are
don't.
you are different that way. It's weird how like there's some things that aren't the same in the whole group, and like we all really want to destroy the KNG, and you're like, I don't want to, and it's weird.
There's a few bad beans in a bag. You
In a
just
chili?
leave it
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, you burn the whole bag.
Yes, please
But
don't
not the
kill
whole bag.
Misery.
You just pick them up.
What? We would never
They
kill
already
misery
touched-
on
they already touched all
purpose.
the good beans. I don't get it.
Misery's been pleasant. So has Dean. I've met Scarlet. She is nice.
Can I maybe throw a little bit of a twist into your analogy? So imagine instead of a few bad beans in a bag of beans, imagine you had just like 3 little pieces of shit inside of a bag of beans. And it's been like on your cart all day and it's been shaking and jostling and rustling around. And it's very hot. And I think that is the bag we are maybe left with, and maybe we just throw the whole thing away.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I don't want to eat shit beans.
Well, then you just plant those beans. Free
and they're
fertilizer.
super fertilized. See, okay, you found the silver lining. I didn't
Now
think
that
you
we
could.
talked about
So
that,
you bury it.
You've out analogied me. Fair enough.
Riz,
I'm against the KNG plan now. Now I want to save everybody.
Riz, so we're gonna go take down the KNG. The question is, got any cool magical artifacts that might just grease those wheels? Well, yeah, the scale is amazing, but you know, we could possibly save you from this jail cell you've got going on here. Anything?
Can I try to use this new power? By the way, I guess I haven't seen it yet. Should I do that?
Yeah, if you want to roll a d20, just flat.
I'd love to.
Probably use the die. Like, not use a flat d20. I don't think it'll work very well.
I rolled a 1.
That's either really good or really bad.
It could be either way.
Yeah.
Could be the number 1 hero.
An apparition appears, and it is a haggard, old-looking woman, and she has this tin cup, and it's kind of rattling some coins in there, and she's just like begging for change from all of you. Please, any little bit helps.
Yeah, I put a gold coin in there. I don't care.
I'm freed, and she
turns into a dragon.
Yeah. You've unlocked the
Hey, Riz, your dad's here.
Oh, the power was kindness all along. So that's what happens. So I get an old beggar lady, and I give her a coin, and she's just like,
And she does not. She's there. She's just like content now.
"What's your name?"
Susan.
Hey, Susan. What's going on?
I don't know. I was in a place that wasn't here, and now here I am.
Do you
have anything that you'd like to share with me? Just to get to know each other a little bit better?
I don't have much of anything to give to anyone.
Well, okay, here's what you do. I take out another gold coin, I give it to her, and I go, okay, well, now you've got 2 gold coins, so you've got one for you and one to share.
Oh, and she looks at it, and she gives you a different lower amount.
Oh, bronze.
Here you go.
Copper, thank you so much. Yeah, sharing feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Okay,
You're
well,
a very kind soul.
I guess probably go away forever now, and I just
And she poof.
Wait, that's,
So go ahead and add Susan to your list of people that can come.
I'll
out.
just
She's
try
your
really
number
hard not to
one
roll a
now.
1. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, she will canonically be back at 1.
Man, I feel like we're unstoppable now.
Yeah, so Riz, where did we sit on the magical artifacts? Or maybe some like health potions.
Oh, and he kind of gestures over the table, where he has like all of his trinkets and gadgets, and he says, well, what do you think you might need?
Yeah, this isn't really one of those situations where I need anything. If you're like sitting on a magical cannon of some kind, I'm not mad at it. Listen, I'm packing plenty of punch. I'm not worried about that. But if you got some,
I did develop one thing.
Okay.
I know that you guys are not always nearby, but I've got you a freebie to get back here, a one and burn sort
sweet.
of thing.
Pretty
great. Yeah.
Whoever's touching hands at the same time, it's gonna be right back in this living room.
Ooh, and it's a great way to take hostages.
I'm about to say, can I hold on to that? Because I'm just going to give the bad guy a bear hug, and I'm going to let you deal with it.
I'll take it.
No. On second thought, and he hands it to Beatrice. Don't use that all in one
This is about to
spot.
be your problem now. You think if I can convince 1,000 sleepers to hold hands at the same time? Because if I can grab on and be here in a flash.
Oh gosh.
With some company.
And he says, perhaps this will help. And he gives you a device. And he says, if you hear a person and see them, this will copy the face, and you put it on it's like a collar you put around your head, and it'll give you the voice and the visage of that person.
But just from the neck up.
This might help.
So if I were to do it like a dragonborn, I'd have like a dragonborn head on my stupid little body.
But you need to be in contact with them for about 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then you need them to be able to speak at least 10 or 12 words
Sure.
for it to register.
Tom Cruise had a thing like that.
In Cocktail?
Who?
Tom Cruise, yeah, maybe. I think it was Mission Impossible, more specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. If those are your heavy hitters, is a
And he gives you like
And
3
this
spiders.
is a giant laser beam that will
He
reduce
gives-
the KNG to its foundation.
He gives you also 3 spiders, and he says, you can use these. They're like an internal network. And he hands you a screen as well, so you can the cameras he's been using to see you guys. He's giving you like a smaller network of that. And here's the kicker, and you can use it to explode. They detonate in a 10-foot radius.
Unfortunately, the
be-
KNG's foundation is slightly larger than 30 feet.
Well, here's a good start, and you're welcome.
as he's handing these items to William, and they're like garbage. He's just handing them to Miss B. Yeah, these aren't. Okay.
She'll take them and put them in her infinite pockets.
They could come in very handy.
Yeah.
In very specific circumstances arise.
Yeah, I could throw them and then explode them. That's good. All right. Well, I mean, I'd hit them with fire. Cool. Well, I get some sleepy time and then head out in the morning. I'm not about to get exhaustion
We can't.
for walking.
If we skip breakfast again, it will break their hearts. We have their hearts.
Please, we somehow, believe it or not, all that Ryan is doing right now is creating recipes for tomorrow, and that's going on.
Great.
While I talk to you.
Let's do
But
that.
he can only go 5 steps down. We have to stay for breakfast.
In the background, there's just like, oh, we're gonna need so many eggs!
He already has a shopping list built for me to conjure later.
Explains how they eat.
I was wondering that. I'm glad we
Well, now we
solved
know.
this problem.
Now we know. Everybody knows. That's for everybody. Yeah. Night-night.
So let me get this straight. The last I saw, you're traveling now to the KNG to destroy them. Hey, don't kill a lot of people if you can help it.
We were worried
That's kind
about...
of all I got. Just
we were
get
really-
the scales.
Well, we met
and I'll make 'em
Nova
work.
for a second. There was
we met,
that.
we met your aunt.
Whoa, 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 full stop.
Your
Everyone.
aunt, Nova, yeah.
Where did you meet Nova? No, Ryan is obviously taking over.
I think it was a pocket of subspace that she manifested and then trapped us in for a little while. Does that sound right to everybody?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's
Yeah, this is how I got this scar. And she'll point
a
to like her
pocket of
head.
Anti-no-no?
subspace. What did this subspace look like? What was the
Very
environment?
bright, very white. Kind of her style, really. Used to be very into it myself when I was younger and alive.
Interesting. This is for a few things. Because and Riz, correct me if I'm wrong. No one's seen your grandpapa in some time. That is correct. Uni has been missing since, well, the blossoming.
Yeah, she's trying to fill the hole that Uni left. She wants to be new grandpa.
So okay, that explains gathering scales, but to what end?
To remake the world in her image of blinding light and fury, I think. If I know anything about her, and I do.
No, she wants to save her man. She wants to open
Oh,
the
yeah,
door.
Yeah,
she
he
did want
was
to get her
missing
man.
through the door.
I forgot over her fucking crush!
It's all in the name of love.
Yeah,
That is a
there's a
powerful
door that
motivator.
she can't open. Oh my fucking god. It's you fucking idiot. The door they can't open is to the fucking tower.
I love her. No.
It is! It is! The door she can't open is the one that leads to this tower, and she's either in love with Ryan or Riz, which is creepy because you're blood relation.
I don't think that's it. So, here's the thing.
You're just mad I got it so
can't
fast.
leave Nove Terra anymore in her god form. She can't exist right now. She's stuck here. That's why she's been here, like Riz, for so long. So where did she take you? Because she could not take you to her plane. You
Had to
understand?
be
Like
probably Uni's then.
before I split with Brightside, we had found some technology that allowed us. Well, for example, the KNG, perfect example, uses those rooms you go into to take the most, potent charisma, whoever's got the strongest personality.
I like to refer
And
to
they
it as the
create
shape
what
of
they
the heart.
The room is the shape of the heart?
No, that quality that the room takes on, it takes on the shape of your heart.
Yeah, very much so. Your strongest desires, which start in the heart, yes. We created that, right? We found this and did it in a very small scale. Seems that...
Wait, there's more scales?
Yes, 5 more.
Who's
Catch up, son.
Lauren?
Catch up. Ah, never mind. It's too far-fetched.
Sorry, no, tell me. I'm really interested.
I just wonder if... there's some way that they've found... I mean, they're obviously working together to utilize that technology to create larger spaces altogether. Other places to exist.
She wants her own universe? Big scale?
She could not do that with this technology, right? This is for,
This technology with an engine / battery that is a god couldn't do that?
she can't do anything herself.
With the borrowed power of Uni and all the scales?
She could do what I would need to do with them to activate them.
And so she doesn't know how to do that. Thank God.
But if she has them all together, she doesn't need.
Because they react on their own. That's why they need them all.
Let's just take this. Let's just take this one and bury it in the ocean. We win.
But there may be more. I mean, just because this one does exist does not mean there are not more.
Oh, you said the dragons have to pay attention to their scales, so they wouldn't let a lot.
It's like an inventory, and if
but
they're
they might.
lazy
But they
with
might
their
let a
inventory.
couple slide.
Yes. So I just don't know what she would want with something with her love. I don't know. I don't know what she would that.
She said there was a door she couldn't open. She said, imagine a door that was there that you could never open, and on the other side of it was the person that you love more than anything. What would you do to open that door? Anything.
So, Riz, when you say that, he walks over to the door because it's in this room you guys are in, and puts a hand on it, and his hand kind of drops. I just wonder what that means. These doors, I mean, people can come through them and go out them, but we can't. What does that mean? I don't know. We've been trying to figure it out. And they're just like very frustrated by the whole thing.
It didn't occur to you that these doors lead to a place that isn't this place, and that this place might need you as a foundational member of it in order to continue to exist? And there might be a reason you can't go through these doors?
Well, what stops us from going through these doors?
Oh, we can go through these doors anytime we want, right?
He's gonna put her hand
I
on
don't
the thing.
Ilaria went through it.
Yeah, does anyone want to try to open it?
No.
Yeah, I want to see what happens. For science.
Okay, you open the door, and this is how we start Campaign 4. Hey, everybody, welcome to Campaign 4, where Dwayne is your new DM. No, the door
Welcome to
does
Goron.
not. You can open the door, I think. It opens for you, but it's just a wall behind it. It's just like more of the whatever paneling the wall would normally be. There's no way to walk through.
Well, that makes sense because Miss B is a scale, and that scale is also an inherent fabric part of this reality, so she also shouldn't be able to go through it.
Is a scale.
Yeah, Miss B's a scale, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have apparently the rainbow one.
And Riz grabs your face and looks into your eyes. He's like looking, and he's much taller than you, right? So he's looking down, and he's like,
So what are you doing? My head
he
doesn't move
he
like this.
He grabs a light and shines it under your eye, so then like the reflection of the light, he can kind of see the rainbow glint, and he says, what do I do with this? And he lets you go, and he's kind of walking around. You go to the KNG.
We buried the lead, huh?
I don't.
I think we broke him.
We need to go back to shop immediately. And so he like scampers off upstairs, like up into the turret to like change clothes. And he comes back down and he says, all right, whatever you need, keep in touch. We've got some things to work on.
Okay. But we're supposed to go to bed and we'll have breakfast with you in the morning.
Yeah, if there's not a breakfast now after you built it all up, I will be so bummed.
Yes, of course there will be breakfast.
Okay.
I like biscuits.
Hard biscuits?
No. Why would I want a hard biscuit? That sounds disgusting.
It does sound very disgusting, and never in this tower will we have hard biscuits.
I want them to be soft and fluffy and buttery and delicious. Flaky crust.
What idiots, what fools eat hard biscuits?
It should be illegal. It's so stupid. It should be lawfully stupid.
Lawfully stupid indeed, I agree. Alright, and so they run off.
We did it! That's a wrap! That's the end of the,
we did.
that's the end of the podcast! We did it! That's a wrap!
Yeah, and so they run off upstairs and leave you three there kind of in this hearth room.
Man, I'm kind of wondering what happens if we had told him, what was it? Brightside is dead now? So
Yeah, I
there's
felt
a
like
lot
that
of
was just after we dropped the rainbow scale thing. I couldn't have the heart to tell him that one too. I am going to go ahead and take off my shinobi boots so that I can curl my toes directly into the stone ceiling and hang there like a bat and sleep. So
Perfect.
that's where I'll be. Talking to ghosts.
I'm going to go to my room, the one I had last time.
Confirm.
Yeah, perfect.
Going to room and going to sleep.
I meant what I said.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that roll. Just let that roll on.
Thanks, man.
One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20. Personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. And so you were able to wake up the next morning well rested, and you wake up to the smell of delicious food that has already been cooked. And Rizrine is sitting at the table. He has not started eating yet. He's just patiently waiting.
Let's roll the ghost D20 to see who's going to join us for breakfast. Is it Susan? No, it's a 10.
Hold on, I gotta take notes because this is gonna come up again and it's gonna bite me in the butt.
Yeah, I'll remember, and I'll go. Remember, 10 is
level 1.
No, the king of.
It was 10 was Dan the guard.
Level 10. So 10's middle of the road, right? So it seems like you're gonna get this guy. He has a jean vest on, bulging muscles, a heart tattoo in his right arm that says Mom with a dagger through it. He's got a mohawk, and he's wearing brass knuckles on each hand. Stands about 6 feet tall, beer belly, leather pants, and boots.
Leather with a jean jacket?
Is this like a weird Johnny Bravo situation?
What's up, new friend? Welcome to breakfast.
And he cracks his knuckles and his neck and says, "What's up, friend? What we got on the agenda for today? Busting skulls?"
Biscuits, no, just biscuits.
And so he's smashing biscuits then.
No, we're not smashing, we're eating them. We're just having breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I guess you... before we go out and bust skulls, you need to have a full and a balanced meal that you can get your energy up.
Yep.
Cool. And he sits down heavily
exactly right.
into the chair. And he just starts like shoving. None of you have started. He starts shoving his food. He's like, "Who's this dragon guy?"
That's Riz. What's your name again?
"I'm Tuscany."
Tuscany. That's very fancy.
I know. My mom had other things for me to do, and I failed her.
I was supposed to go to school in Europe.
I imagine Bee just standing there. I think she resummoned and took the time last night when everybody was sleeping to get Summer back.
I think Bee and William both are just agaped at this.
Yeah. This is not how you eat at a table.
and Tuscany's reaching over, grabbing "You gonna eat that?" before you even get a chance to ask.
Where's your table manners?
And as long as you let him, he's gonna be here.
Hey, he's dead. Miss B, he's dead.
Just because you're dead does not mean you don't have table manners.
Miss B, we don't know where he's from or when. This might be table manners where he comes from.
I fucking hope not.
Well, we're in the right now.
Well, you gotta be nicer to ghosts. They died. It sucks.
I'll be nicer. I can teach him how to use table manners.
Tuscany actually loves it. He loves dying. It's his favorite thing.
You know what? I'll just make you some more. Hopefully we'll rotate this guy out.
Alright.
I'm gonna go sit at the other end of the table and eat. I can't be next to Lucian, can I? Or because he's got the scale, right?
You would need a time machine. No,
or the same scale so you could go pull Lucian from the nether realm.
Yes.
Oh, if you roll in that 20, do you just get Lucian?
Dude, it's a 20 Lucian! Oh, that's good. That's good, man. At the same time, I love that for us. I love that.
That's the podcast ender right
Lucian,
there. We're all
what's
just
up?
the same way.
Everybody gets full health later.
Everyone gets a full rest instantly.
Riz waves a hand, and that apparition goes away, he's like,
Whoa, hey, he was a ghost. You just
This is
discredited
not
him.
this is not a useful ability if hand waving dismisses them.
No
I
one-
think our enemies might be capable of hand waving.
no one else can do that.
Oh, thank God.
Beware of Nova. You know, apparently she's wrecking everything now, so. Anyways, I was thinking, I'm not quite sure how you're able to maintain the rainbow scale. Here's what I do know. Uni's been missing for 600 years or so.
Well, not really. We know where he was this whole time now.
Where?
Inside Miss B.
I mean, there's only one piece of him that he could escape to, right? I've seen Harry Potter. This piece is a Horcrux.
Yeah.
It's the scale is there. Yes, very much so.
The last piece of him in this
But
world.
it is not. You could not contain Grandpapa.
Miss B could do anything she set her mind to.
Are you
Absolutely,
trying
I
to say
believe
a
that.
woman couldn't do whatever
Except
she
for-
wanted? Is that what you're trying to say, Riz?
Listen, I believe strongly in fair wages, and I believe same opportunity, but I don't believe that the outcome should be the same. It's what you put into it. But also, you would literally explode into a million particles if Uni had somehow the same thing that we saw Will do with Eshi could not happen.
You might blow you into a million particles, but Miss B is built different.
Yeah, I'm still here. I still feel pretty fine. It's harder to be
She
by
gets headaches
phone, but it's fine.
sometimes.
But that's
it's clear
mostly
to
when I
me
talk.
That Beatrice
Also true.
is the leader. I'm not trying to put labels on anyone, but she's clearly the leader of this team.
I always thought I was the leader.
That adds up. Both of those things seem true.
I recognize now that I was wrong, but I always had thought previous to this moment.
Yeah.
Well, you do
I think
get
you
the
might have
little
been
advances
until you
every once in a
died.
while.
Lucian was in charge.
Yeah, maybe.
I see.
So I say that to say I'm encouraged that he is dwelling among us somehow, somewhere.
Hey, I have an important question. Breeze, what do you think about all of this?
What's going on, Breeze?
Hey man, I was kind of, vibing with Tuscany until y'all sent him away. No, I mean, I'm really just here to serve and ready to do whatever you guys decide you need to do.
Great. I've got a train ticket. Let's go fuck up the K&G.
Let me look at that. And he looks at it and he's like, partner, that's punched. And you
It shouldn't be. You gave it to me
think
several
Rocket's gonna let
episodes
us
ago,
get back
and I put it in my inventory. What?
on? We'll try.
I mean,
Rocknick runs the underground now. You think he's gonna mess with us when we get on them trains again?
what? The K&G uses this with these
It's
tickets.
it's not that far away, right? It's not that. It's like a day's walk.
It's about a
once from
week.
Riz's
It's a week
tower.
for you guys.
Okay, so we can just go there.
So I thought it was like a
I'm
couple
walking
days
anywhere.
walk when we walked this way.
When
I
you
thought it was too,
walk
but
this
time
way,
works,
it was
space,
from the
space works different.
no. So where you got off, the safe house was 2 days from there, but it is a week back down to the KNG to the south along the coast.
Cool.
I mean, think about it like this. I don't know if your scale lets you do something because, Keno's Underworld. Maybe you're kind of I'm the son of the boss.
Let me
You
hold a second. Let me call my dad real quick. Bring, hello, Dad. Oh wait, he's never answered once in my entire life. I guess he's no help.
Yes, my son.
Oh hey, what's up, Kenos? How you doing? Hey, I got the scale.
It's my. I didn't want to bring this up now, but you've unlocked a lot more powers that we're not going to give to you all at once.
Okay.
What's up?
Can I travel with my friends through the Shadow Network to the K&G? Can I do like a big shadow step? Can I do that? Just once.
Yeah, let me put you on hold.
I'll let you turn it back off. Let's turn it back off.
I'm gonna call Rocknick real quick because he's not real happy with you.
I don't know why.
Oh, stand by.
Yeah, me either.
Hey, I told him I'd give him a week's PTO because because I got to go fill his. I had to tell him I would take his spot for a week.
I appreciate that.
So
really putting yourself in. I'm risking my life, but you did pick up a week's overtime, so I appreciate that.
Okay, so use the train as you want. This time, I don't know about next time. Or you get one freebie, and suddenly like 3 tickets appear in your hand, or 4 tickets.
No.
You get one more freebie.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, with great strength comes great responsibility. And you don't hear his voice anymore.
That is true. With great strength comes great responsibility. That is accurate. However, like every other responsibility I've ever been given, I can choose to ignore it. So,
I mean, that's what you can do with fathers.
Man, he's absent my whole life, 600 plus years, and then he shows up at the end and he thinks he can win me over with like some free tickets for a train. Okay, just saying.
Not even a good concept.
He's never called me. Let me tell you that. Like it's completely one-sided.
It is the responsibility of the parent to save the relationship.
I don't know if he knows where I live, but that's only because I don't know where I live. I don't know. I'm not certain I have a permanent address.
Suddenly,
it's in your heart.
the tower you're in shakes like an earthquake, rattles everything. Food is falling off onto the floor. You see Riz like hands over his head, and in a very similar fashion, Breeze kind of takes cover underneath the table immediately. And you hear this loud like whistle sound, like you would hear like a firework would go off behind you in the distance. And the trembling is still happening. And Riz takes off to run out to that outcropping that is attached to this level. I don't know if you follow
a balcony.
Yeah, a balcony.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and you look up, and you know how like I don't know what the scientific term is or what it be, but like you can see the moon out sometimes when it's daylight, like early morning. You see just the most sliver of terse as the moons are beginning to transition, and that same sliver is missing from Uni. And you see there's this like speeding red beam of light that seems to be pushing up toward the sky. And then it seems to...
Fuck, they're gonna blow up the moons!
It goes away. The light does. And the trembling stops. And then you see Uni, the moon, begin to trickle in red as if it's almost like dropping blood into water, how it spreads so quickly around the moon. And it goes from being this blue pale color to a dark red color. And it sort of even kind of puts a tint into the sky around it. And that's where we're in the episode.
Man, I tell you what, the last time Uni was in retrograde, I died. So I don't know what this means.
It's probably the same. It's probably no big deal.
Probably no big deal.
My astrology reading said nothing about this. Oh, sorry.
Can this be true? Hey, everybody, thanks for listening to this episode of Lawful Stupid. Yeah, we appreciate you hanging around. As you know, we're kind of getting closer to the end game here, so I hope you just nail it, that you guys are satisfied, and if not, well, there's always campaign 4.
Hey, if you want to support the show, go to store.lawfulstupid.org and go get you a t-shirt.
Yeah, they're comfy.
Fucking Zebra. Go get you a fucking t-shirt, Zebra. That's your penance for making me laugh in the middle of my ad. Go buy a t-shirt.
Or you can come join our Discord at discord.lawfulstupid.org and talk to us about...
He's already in there.
Yeah, Zebra's already in there. Like, come talk to Zebra. Like, if you don't want to talk to us, come talk to Zebes. He's got stuff to say. Always.
Big stuff. And then, of course, we'll be Rolling for Humanity. This month, we are supporting Paws Animal Rescue. Animals are better than people, and so they should have, legally, all of the money. So I'll go ahead and roll for that now to give some of my money. It's a natural 20!
So 20
which
plus
means I'm going to roll again. 14. That's $34 for Paws Animal Rescue.
Well, animals are better than people.
But they deserve all the money's legally theirs already. We're just giving it back to them.
Reindeers are better than people.
It's crazy. The good news story I have even says that. No, here is your tagline or your headline for today's good news story. 56% of small biz owners think remote working has made them better leader, says poll. I don't know who poll is, but he said that.
Could you repeat that again?
Yeah, 56% of small business owners think remote working has made them better leaders, says poll.
Yeah, this is super helpful to like the small business owners who are mainly artists in this day and age, right? Because they get to stay at home, they get to make their art, create paintings or whatever fun little knickknacks they sell, like charms and whatever. Yeah, I lost it. Go ahead.
Good for them. Good for them. I agree. Dwayne?
Listen, I don't know how to tell you that you're just saying like, oh, remote work has made us better leaders. Bro, a fucking stiff breeze could make you better leaders. Like, if remote work is what made you better, that meant you're a fucking trash can boss that was just sitting there and watching people work. Like, they're at their computer, they must be doing things. Like, if that's the line of, can I see them? Then they're working. If I can't see them, they're not working. You're a shit boss. Accept it.
Before Shane goes, I just want to point out they're saying that being away from people has made them better at being with people. So carry on.
Sometimes
I stand by what I said.
You
said better leader, right?
Yes.
They just said better leader. I agree with Dwayne on a lot of points. I think that these bosses are terrible. The bosses that were surveyed for this are terrible. I think they are evil monsters. I think that they are Zlagthors from the 84th dimension. As we all know about Zagthors, their mere presence or the sight of them does drive mortal men and women insane. So, if you think about it, separating them really is beneficial because you don't have the ever-ending piercing scream of madness trying to claw its way into your mind because you are out of that proximity of the Zagthor. So I think this is a really good step in the right direction for Zagthor business owners. They are very small, as you know. That's why they're called small business owners. They're only about 2 feet tall. And yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
That's why they call them small business owners. Quite literally. Well, I mean, there's nothing more to say. Hey, everybody, we love you. Thank you.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.